We have the honor and the privilege to be joined by some lovely ladies and mothers. Can we give it up for these women this morning? So I'm going to introduce them to you. And today, I'm an expert on a lot of things. Being a mother, that was a joke, by the way. Some of you are like, wow, how conceited. But being a mother, obviously I'm not an expert, okay? And so I have a panel of experts up here, right? You guys all ready for yeah, experts. However, what I love about this panel is they come from many different backgrounds and they have many different experiences. And so I'm excited. I don't know about you, but like one of the greatest ways that I learn is to surround myself around people who are very different from me, who have very different experiences, very different backgrounds, and hear their perspective and their experience. And so really excited to have these moms. Let me introduce them to you and also give you just a little bit of context about how they are a mother, okay? So this is Morgan Thomas. Give it up for Morgan this morning. Morgan is a foster mom of two, right? Yep. This is Erica Martinez. There we go. We're getting used to it. Foster mom of two as well, right? This is Jen Nettles. A mom of two who has also experienced loss through miscarriage and others. So that's Jen Nettles. Marie Sclafini. Mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother. Okay? And Susie Green on the end. Susie Green is a mom of a blended family, okay? And so they'll share some of their story a little bit, but I want to jump in, let them talk more than me, because they have a lot more important things to say than I do this morning. So let me ask you this first question. Why do you love being a mother?
I love being a mother because of the chaos. I love coming home to, it sounds crazy, but coming home to the 1,000 moms, all the different personalities, all the different things they go through. And I started recently working overnight, and I came home, and everyone was sleeping, and I was like, what's going on? Like, I'm not used to it being this quiet, but I know that when they get out the house, I'm going to miss all that. I'm going to miss the pulling of hair and, the jumping on me and clinging to my legs so I don't leave to work. So that's one of my favorite things about it.
I believe that I'm on the other end of it. So the best thing about being a mom is that I have done what I felt like God was calling me to do. Unfortunately, I didn't know him. I didn't know Jesus until my daughter was 10. But then after that, I think it got better, and there's hope. But I just feel like I've come to the place where I see the fruit of the labor that what God has led us through, that I have two beautiful, successful women who love the Lord and are very independent, and it's only God, because I sure screwed up a lot of things.
Why I love being a mom, many things. But the thing Pastor Dustin mentioned, I had to struggle to get here, to have the two beautiful babies that I do. We suffered 3 miscarriages, and so for me, it's a daily reminder of God's love and God's grace and his blessings in my life. So it really helps to center me when I'm struggling with the to-do list of all the tasks, all the things to do, and my little girl's like picking wildflowers in just to center me and to just enjoy life and be centered on the important things in life.
So I'm a foster mom, as he mentioned, and we have 2 7-year-olds. One of our 7-year-olds that we have him since he was 5 years old. And so what I love about parenting is seeing the growth and the change that love and praying over the children can bring. Seeing them do new things and try new things and get better at the skills that maybe they missed out on in that early development part of their lives.
Similar to Erica, I love being a mom to get to see the growth in my kids. In just a few short months, we've only had our 2 for about 6 months. It's been really cool to see their personalities do a complete 180. And it also just kind of similar to what Jen said, brings you back to, it centers you. It makes you realize that things don't have to be so structured, because I am a type A personality and I like my schedule, as my husband can attest. And the kids just totally throw that off, which is good. It's good to have that spontaneity every now and then.
Okay. Second question. What has been your greatest challenge as a mother?
Okay, I'll go first. Being a foster mom in itself is a huge challenge because you are thrown into mothering kids from a really hard place. It may be harder than you ever imagined and maybe than you'll ever know. So taking kids who either didn't have a mom or were traumatized, and loving them and showing them Jesus on a daily basis when they're fighting you every step has been a huge challenge, but also a huge blessing. At the same time, you get to really see the reward of that hard work.
I think one thing that has really just gotten on my heart that I think about is the challenges of knowing and the weight of knowing that the children that we have that we're so happy to have in our home, there are 2 mothers right now that aren't being able to celebrate Mother's Day with them today. And so that's a weight that I think we carry, is thinking about like how we're shaping and growing these young people, but then also praying and loving on their birth families as well.
My biggest challenge as a mom would have to be just fear and anxiety. I'm also a counselor, so I see a lot and I hear a lot, and so it's really hard not to just like want to keep them in a cocoon and not let them go anywhere. But just the daily surrender of that too, that I am not in control and God is in control, and so that the anxiety.
I believe I was really blessed that my children didn't go through a lot of sicknesses, so I didn't have that kind of tragedy in my life. But when my 16-year-old daughter announced that she was going to have a baby, she was a senior in high school, class president, cheerleader, everything going for her. But guess what? The world didn't end. God redeemed what Satan meant for evil. And the family pulled together. She's married her friend. They're still married. They've been married 30 years. They went through college together. But my point is that through grace, all things are possible. And he had a plan. And my 30-year-old granddaughter is a wonderful mother who loves the Lord.
Okay, so one of my biggest challenges now that, so I have a blended family, and I have 2 biological, 4-year-old and a 14-year-old, and then I have my 15, 16, and my 18-year-old. The 18-year-old lives with us, and she came to us after her mother passed, so I've been raising her for some years now, and it's just, now that she's about to graduate, is letting go. Just having to watch on the sidelines and not be able to do everything that I want. I'm like, I know what's right for you, you know, I know better, but I kind of have to step back and trust that she's learned and she's learned from what I've given her, and she can take it somewhere, and just trying to let her go. And, you know, because this is her life and her decisions, and she has to make mistakes. That's how we learn. So that's been one of my greatest challenges, is just letting go of my babies.
Great. Last question. What is one thing you would tell a future mother?
Do it. Whatever stage you are, whether you're a sister, you know, you're an aunt, you're however, whichever capacity of a mother that you're being, a teacher, do it. It's so deeply rewarding. It's amazing feelings. I mean, you're gonna go through a lot, but it's all worth it. It's all worth it in the end. And also, don't worry. don't worry because you're not messing it up. You're doing a great job. You don't have to be an Instagram mom. You don't have to follow 1,500 rules, you know. Oh my goodness, you're doing a great job. And at the end of the day, all your kids need are your love and your time, and that's what they're gonna remember when they get older. You know, the times that you played ball with them, the times that you let strawberry milk on the side of their bed so they can drink it at night in case they get, thirsty. Those kind of things. Those are the things that really matter. So don't worry, you're doing great.
I would say hang in there. It's not all easy, but so many blessings are there. And the memories that you're creating right now, and I don't want to say it, but the legacy, right? But just trust God. His grace is sufficient for you. And in our weakness, He's made strong. So just be weak for Him and trust Him.
I would say that I would tell you that it's okay not to be okay all the time. And it's okay if you have a bad day, and it's okay to ask for help, and it's okay to reach out to others. I'm just so thankful for our V group and my life group. Without them and their support and their prayers and their love, I don't know where we'd be. But yeah, so I just the importance of community, and it really does take a village, so reach out and ask for it.
And I just want to speak to those who are in all different stages of life, whether you're single, whether you're married without kids, or you're on the other side and you've raised children. This is advice that I wish that I had a mom to come to me and tell me in my earlier years, was that where you're at in life is where you're meant to be and where you're placed, and there's purpose there and there's meaning there. So to strive for, and I speak from my personal experience of always knowing and wanting to be a mom and putting that kind of as my idol of wanting to be a mom, when which we should be striving for wanting to be with Jesus. And so just keeping our eye on that while we're going through these stages, and you'll find like beauty and purpose in wherever you are and wherever you've been placed in this moment.
I would say don't try to be like every other mom that you see. Kind of like Susie was saying with the Instagram mom. Recognize that your family is your family, and it's different than your best friend's family, and that your parenting style and your discipline style is going to be different. It took me a really long time to realize that. But every family is different. No kid is the same, and so you can't base your mom life off of someone else. So find what works for you and go with it.
Can we give it up for these ladies?